Listen, we're diving right in today. Success begins when excuses end. We absolutely aren't sugarcoating reality for you today, and you are not getting a pat on the back. Consider this a hard, cinematic look in the mirror. Think about that jarring 5 a.m. alarm in a pitch-black room, the empty wallet, the rain streaking down the window. We're stripping away all the noise right now to find out exactly why you are stuck.
What if I told you that everything you believe about why you're stuck is completely wrong? What if the story you've been telling yourself for years is just a carefully constructed fiction?
The reason you aren't where you want to be is not your lack of talent.
It is definitely not your bad luck. It's not your past. And it is absolutely not because other people were just handed better opportunities than you.
The real reason? Well, it's a lot harder to accept. It's your excuses. Just sit with the extreme discomfort of that for a second. Let it really sink in. Because until those excuses die, your dreams are going to die right along with them.
Look, we all start from the exact same place of hope, right? Every single person has these incredible aspirations. We want a better body, more money, a wildly successful business, true financial freedom, basically a life you can be genuinely proud of. And those desires are incredibly powerful. But if everyone shares these exact same dreams, why do most people never actually get there? I promise you, it is not a lack of capability.
They don't get there because the second the friction of progress starts to burn, they retreat. I'm just too tired. I don't have enough time. You know what? I'll start next week. We've all said it. Fun fact for you. Neurologically speaking, your brain actually gives you a little hit of dopamine when you invent a believable excuse, just because it relieves that immediate stress. But make absolutely no mistake here. These seemingly innocent phrases, they are literally the bricks you are using day by day to build your own prison of failure.
Welcome to what we call the comfort trap. On one side, you have the excuse. You're blaming your crazy schedule, the terrible economy, or other people. And on the flip side, you have the harsh reality. See, excuses feel amazing in the moment because they protect our fragile egos by shifting the blame to outside forces. But the devastating truth is that excuses never actually solve problems. They only hide them. So sure, your ego is protected, but your future is completely destroyed.
Let's level the playing field right now. Getting utterly exhausted, facing brutal rejection, feeling terrified, or failing over and over again, the most highly successful people on earth face these exact same dark moments. They sit in those high-pressure business meetings, they stare at glowing laptops late into the night, and they keep running when their legs are literally screaming at them to stop. They feel the exact same exhaustion and fear that you do.
So, what actually separates them? This is where we draw a hard line in the sand. Everyone else constantly negotiates with their excuses. They sit around waiting for some magical feeling of motivation to arrive before they do anything. But winners? Winners flat out refuse to negotiate. When they don't feel like working, guess what? They work anyway. When they feel afraid, they take action anyway. When they fail, they extract the lesson and just keep moving. It's all about being relentless.
Progress doesn't come from motivation. It comes from discipline. Let that just hang in the air for a moment. Motivation is a completely fickle emotion, right? It's tied to the weather, your current mood, or how much sleep you got last night. But discipline? Discipline is an ironclad choice. And discipline starts precisely where your excuses end.
And here's the thing, every single excuse has a massive macro consequence. Today, it might just seem like a skipped workout or a book you didn't read. The price feels incredibly small. But fast forward to next month, and you start seeing this slow, creeping loss of momentum and growth. Years later, you wake up to a completely unrecognizable life, built entirely on those seemingly harmless choices you made yesterday. Your tomorrow relies 100% on your actions today, not your wishes.
So, no more excuses. We've laid out the problem, we've dug into the psychology, and we've seen the true cost. Now we are transitioning into the solution. This is exactly where you stop the bleeding and finally take your power back.
This right here is the moment everything changes. Step 1. You have to stop blaming and complaining. Step 2. Stop waiting for the perfect time, because honestly, it just doesn't exist. Step 3. Take full, absolute responsibility. And step 4. Gain the power to actually change your future. Look, taking responsibility isn't some sort of punishment or guilt trip. It is the ultimate key to empowerment. Acceptance gives you control, and that control allows you to totally redesign your life.
Take responsibility, because here is the raw truth. No one else is coming to save you. Nobody is going to do the push-ups for you, nobody is going to read the books for you, and no one is going to build that business for you. It's not going to be easy, but owning your outcomes is literally the most powerful thing you will ever do. I want you to really think about this. Imagine where your life could be exactly 1 year from now. Conjure up that image of the sunrise after a late-night grind. Picture the view from a city rooftop, or stepping into a luxury office, or even just looking in the mirror with ultimate pride. Where could you be if you stopped making excuses today? If you kept climbing those stairs when everyone else quit? 1 year is all it takes to become completely unrecognizable.
Because at the end of the day, discipline wins. It always wins. You don't reach that 1-year vision because life magically got easier. You reach it because you got stronger. You didn't find an easier path. You built a tougher, more capable version of yourself. That is the only way forward.
So here is the unforgiving truth. Listen carefully to this rapid-fire wake-up call. Your dreams? They do not care about your excuses. Your goals? They couldn't care less about your comfort. Success doesn't care how many completely valid reasons you think you have. Success only responds to action. All of those internal negotiations you have with yourself, they end right now. Start today. Stop explaining, stop waiting around, stop negotiating. You need to demand immediate action from yourself. That energy you have right now, use it. Put it into motion today.
As we wrap up this explainer, I'm going to leave you with one echoing question. We know success begins the exact moment excuses end. So, will that moment be right now?